It's the CFG, and welcome to the Confident Fat Guy podcast. What is going on, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of the Confident Fat Guy podcast. This week's episode is running late. I do apologize, but I have been enjoying time with my son while he's on fall break, and time kind of slipped away from me. And I didn't work on the podcast at all yesterday because me and my son were just hanging out and out running about and shopping and all that stuff. So I do apologize. If you could tell on last episode, I was kind of mixing around with new music. Season 2 is going to be awesome, and I'm experimenting with new music. And on my time off between season 1 and season 2, I'm going to learn how to just get things right and put a twist on the podcast a little bit. So yeah, I've been experimenting with new music. Not today. I just put the normal music in there, but I've been messing around and seeing what kind of music I could find, and season 2 is going to be awesome. So I have 5 episodes left until the end of season 1, and then I'm going to take a break. I don't know how long the break's going to be. Initially, it will probably be around a month, maybe a month and a half. I'm not sure yet, but I will not be gone long. I'm more or less thinking that I will take the month of December off and come back season 2 in the beginning of 2026. So maybe around a month and a week, something like that. And honestly, season 1 has just been more of a getting to know me and learning. I'm still learning. I'm not a professional at podcasting by any means, but I'm going to take the time when I'm off to learn more and to do more, and it's just going to be a learning experience. So then I can learn and not worry about having to do a podcast while I'm learning and just trying to get things right. Will I ever get things right? Probably not, but I think season 2 is going to be awesome. Um, I actually have a couple guests lined up that I wanted to start doing in season 1, but I just haven't had the time. Um, and it's honestly, it's more fun for me to talk to people and knowing their stories and how they became, you know, positive and successful, and how they battled mental health. And I mean, not all guests are going to be like that. Some of the people I've talked to that I would love to have a guest on my podcast are just successful, and their stories interested me. And others is just how they overcame mental health. But season 2 is going to be awesome. So I will probably take the month of December off and come back in 2026, the beginning of 2026, and start a new chapter in the Confident Fat Guy podcast. So hopefully next year, there's still a bunch of things I want to do. Um, it's just time constraint, with my job. Um, I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel. For some reason, my podcasts are uploaded to YouTube channel. So if for some reason you can't listen to the podcast on your phones or whatever, you can always go to YouTube and look up the Confident Fat Guy podcast. It's on YouTube. Um, I want to start, I want to get a website going. I'm trying to figure that out. Um, because I want to place, there's a spot on Buzzsprout where, you can message me, but I can't message back. So I want to get my website going where you guys can you know, message the website and I can talk to you guys back. And things have popped in my head about selling merch. That's interesting. I might dabble into that. I don't know yet. I have a bunch of things that I want to do. I want to get this brand bigger than I ever thought it would. But who knows? Right now, I'm just enjoying the podcast, doing the podcast, and yeah, so 2026, I'm going to try to make it a big year for the Confident Fat Guy brand. And I will, even though I will not be doing the podcast for December until season 2, you guys can still find me on TikTok at Confident Fat Guy. You can still find me on Instagram at Confident Fat Guy, and you can find me on Facebook at Confident Fat Guy. So please come to any one of my social media platforms. Um, if you want to talk to me, you can message me on Facebook, you can message me on Instagram. I have no problem with that. Um, so yeah, this episode's really not going to be too much about anything in particular. Just wanted to talk about what's ahead and what's in store for the Confident Fat Guy podcast and brand in the future. Um, I'm excited. I'm extremely excited, but I'm also excited for my break because then I can refocus and I can prepare for season 2 and I can start preparing for, what I want to do in the future for the podcast and the brand. So stay tuned. Again, I will be gone for about a month in between season 1 and season 2. And when we come back for season 2, hopefully it's going to be better than season 1. I loved season 1. The things that I got to talk about and the things I did talk about was me breaking down walls because there's a lot of stuff that I shared that I really haven't talked to too many people about, but that's what I wanted the podcast to be. I wanted it to be a platform for me to share my experiences and what I've done wrong in life and how I fixed what I did wrong in life. And I'm hoping that it helped somebody. If it helped one person, that's amazing. But yeah, so I am sorry that this is coming out later than it normally does. Like I said, my son's on fall break, and I've just been hanging out with him on my 2 days off, and just getting ready for the end of season 1, and I'm gonna take a break. So don't go anywhere. I will be back. I've got 5 more episodes, 4 episodes after this one, and then I'm going to take December off, and then we will be back in 2026. So stay tuned. Like I said, you can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at Confident Fat Guy. But this is my last day off for the week, and me and my son have a bunch of stuff to do today. So I wanted to come on here because I completely messed up yesterday and didn't work on it at all. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for all the love and support. And we will be back next Tuesday for a new episode of the Confident Fat Guy podcast. Remember, love yourself, love each other, conquer your dreams, and crush your goals. I love you guys. Bye.